Hey guys, Stealth here, and welcome back to Transport Fever, where I have some bad news. I tried everything that I could think of to try and salvage the game that we were running, but it just did not get profitable. No matter what way I tried to salvage the game by going through adjusting the lines, selling off lines, focusing on the only thing that was profitable, I just could not do it. So here we are, on a new map, with new opportunities and new challenges. It's once again a US hilly hard map, 1970s start. That is going to be our hunting ground. Well, hunting ground, you know. I've immediately spotted this sector here: Gainesville, Denton, Huntington Beach, Patterson, and I think that this is flat enough so it doesn't push me over budget too much if I start to establish some train lines. This can be a nice area to continuously make some money. Adding to that, we have a farm and a food processing right close to each other. So we can have, for example, trucks going from there to there, and then these towns all getting fed by a food line. But that is going to be somewhere, maybe episode 2, something like that. I'm not going to fall for that trap once again. So, let's get started. Let's see, Gainesville is going to need 1, 2, 3 lines. So it's going to need a triple station. We're going to set these things up just a little bit outside of town. Let's go for 4 just to be certain. Start out with investing in a slightly larger station. Alright, so that's 1. Denton's going to have 1, 2, 3. That should be enough. I'm not going to connect mobile just yet. It's going to be very expensive to connect mobile. So let's not go there just yet. Yeah, this should work. Over there, Huntington Beach. Huntington is going to be connected to Denton, to Marietta, to Patterson, potentially Waterbury. So that's going to be 4 train lines. Well, no. I'm going to have 1 train line going from Huntington to Marietta and then to Waterbury. Otherwise, I'm going to have to go around, and they will end up pretty much on the same track. So it's 1, 2, 3. And just to have some overcapacity, I'm going to go with 4 tracks anyway. Like that. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Patterson's going to have a line to Laredo in the future. Again, long time project. Alright, time to start connecting these things. I'm going to go for high-speed tracks immediately as a bit of a future investment. Let's see, connecting this line first. It's nice and straight over here, I like that. That means that these trains can quickly get up to their speed and can quickly start making a profit, or at least that's the plan. Alright, that's 1. The other one to Ventura, I'm not going to be building entirely just yet, but I do want to build some of it so that this town does not start to overgrow and immediately push out my train line. Next, we're gonna head east. And we're gonna continue to go east until we reach that station. Let's take the far track. And the second one. Actually, I'm going to send you off to Marietta, otherwise we're going to have crossing lines, which is not ideal. Again, I'm not going to be building that just yet. First, these 4. That's going to be our core profitability, or at least that's my plan for it. Whether the game decides to agree with that, well, we'll just have to wait and see. Oh, come on, really? The pathfinding for Transport Fever is still a little shaky every now and then. Alright, so that's connected to the outermost line. You're gonna head south. No, actually east. This one's gonna head south. Again, all future investments to make sure that the town doesn't completely overgrow. And this one's gonna head east. Oh, hell no. I am not going to be spending money on a bridge, not just yet. This is more than good enough. As well as more than costly enough. Okay, so this is the only track we have left. Done. Right, that's phase 1. Phase 2, connect these things up. So we're going to go with a medium street. And hopefully... Can I get away with this without deleting buildings? Yes, good. Alright, Patterson. Not too big yet. We're gonna go with... let's go with the tram right from the get-go. I'm gonna have one there. And finally here. Okay. I'm gonna start out with one, but the reason for me for doubling up on these stations is so that I can fix them later. I can have a counterclockwise line. Alright, so this is... what's it called here? Patterson. This is the Patterson tram. But in order for it to be an actual tram, I'm going to have to upgrade these things to be electric. Does this fix it? Yes, it does. Okay. Now we need a tram depot. I'm going to buy one tram, the Toronto PCC, and you're going to head on the tram line. Okay, so that's one. Next up, we have Gainesville. I hope that Gainesville is going to live up to its name and gain us a lot of money. See, that's what I mean. Sometimes this game just goes, nope, you're not going that way. Right, well, I'll be the judge of that. Okay, upgrade the rest of town. We can stick to this route, that should be enough. There. Double up. Sort of in the center of town. I'm going to have another one in the center of town. And one slightly to the southern edge, and then over here. Right. Gainesville. Alright, Gainesville tram. That's number 2. Add said tram to that. I am never going to have enough cash to buy this and the trains. So be it. I'll have to take out another loan. All the way here, and then continuing on southeastern connected. Okay. Upgrade. Oh, I don't like the way that Denton is built. Because in order to service this street, I'm probably going to have to go south, west, south again, and then north. Well, make do. Tram depot. A couple stations. Of course, we're going to have one in front of the train station. Over there. Over here. Oh, are you kidding? Oh no, they do cover it. Never mind. I thought they were not going to cover it. Alright, Denton. Denton tram. Again, buy one, add one to the line, and we're done. And finally, Huntington Beach. Huntington is sort of built round. It's not quite ideal. What the hell? I'm trying to draw from... Really? See? That's what I mean. The pathfinding in this game, sometimes a little wonky. What do you mean you refuse to upgrade? Okay, so that's that. Stations here. Or stops, I should call them, not stations. Here, there. Sometimes it just refuses to plunk down a stop. And here. Okay. Huntington Beach. Starts at Ash, 6th, and then Central. And we're going to call that the Huntington Tram. This is usually how I start my games, and more often than not this works. Just by connecting a few of these towns together. Alright, and now comes the big issue. Now we have to connect all these things. Using trains. Let's set up a depot in the middle of nowhere. I'm going to have to set up 4 depots, but that's alright. The question is, what can I afford as far as trains go? 1.38 million a year? Holy shit. This is this is good enough. It's not going to be very fast. But it's going to cost me only 182,000 a year. I like that. The Alco HH. Add a passenger to that, or look at that. The engine is cheaper than the coach. Interesting. Okay. You're hired. Set up a new line. You're gonna go from west to east. So this is Gainesville, Patterson. I'm gonna have to do that quite a few times. Set up a section. I hope that this is gonna work. It's a diesel line, but so be it. New line. Gainesville to Denton. Alright, that's 2. Still have 1 million left. But I want to connect up all these things before we get started. And at this point I'm about to run out of money. So let's have a chat with the bank. Bankroll some more. Diesel. Passenger. You're gonna go from Denton to Huntington. Wait, what? The lines are not connected? Or the stations? Is that true? Yes, that... What the hell? So that was sloppy. Wouldn't be surprised if at this point in the video you guys have already pointed that out in the comments down below. Right, let's try that again. Set up on a new line. Line 1, Denton, Huntington Beach. Yes. Denton, Huntington. And then number 4. Let's not put the depot too close. Where is it not going to get in the way? Because I might start using this one, I might start using those. How about somewhere here? Alright, once again, the same setup. One of those, one of these. I'm going to set you up to the next line, which is going to be Huntington Beach, all the way south. And that should cover it. Huntington Beach to Patterson. Now, I wonder how quickly these towns are going to grow, so what I usually do is just mention in the town name what their starting numbers are. And by doing that, I can sort of keep track of how well they're growing. And I really hope that we have a lot of commuters. People going from, for example, over here all the way to the southeast. Because the population in these towns is still really low for 1970. 238, 237, 241. Alright, we have 5 million left. Let's get underway. Trams are departing. Check again, we have 4 trams. Yes. We have 4 trains, yes. Good. Of course, it's going to take these towns a little bit of time to figure out that, hey, we have trams, we have trains, we have transport. And so be it. In this first 2 years, not going to be too profitable. Hopefully I can turn these stations into large hubs eventually. This thing's already growing. I've transported 0 passengers so far. But there's construction going on all over the place. Interesting. Is that the same for Denton? Yep, Denton's building. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 construction sites. 6. 7. Interesting. Now, get me passengers. Yep, we have a passenger. Actually, 7 passengers already for the Gainesville tram. Very nice. Hop on. Let's see if we can figure out where these guys want to go. Because I think they're going to be dropped off at the station. Are you... You're not carrying anything? You're not carrying anything? I want to have people waiting at my train station so I can see where exactly they want to go. Yep, there's one. Come on. I saw you going into that train station. You better come out. Here. Alright, so he's living or working in Gainesville. And you live in Denton. He does not have a shop. He goes to shop by foot. And... yeah, okay. We have 9 passengers already. Look at that. Running costs for these things are only $370,000 a year, which is really, really cheap for a train. Normally you're going in the direction of $500,000 a year. Show me the money. A haul of 32,000. Well, it's better than nothing. And as I mentioned, it's going to take some time for these trains to start getting profitable as these towns need to grow. Huntington already has a lot of people waiting. Alright, time to set up a Huntington counterclockwise line. Unless this is the counterclockwise. Yeah, that's the counterclockwise line. So... is it? Hang on. Yeah, that's the counterclockwise line. Okay, Central Street. Going to 2nd, going to 5th. Then to 11th, and then to Ash. That's going to be the clockwise line. I usually set up 2 lines. Just to make sure that people who are getting in over here are not taking up seats because they need to go all the way to the station. So now they can pick which route for them is fastest. And that is going to help my trains getting full. And it's also going to allow me to get more people on the train so that the trains make more money. That's the plan. 51. But it's damn near getting full. 17 out of 18. Of course, it's going to take people a little bit of time to get used to the fact that they can also have a tram which goes in the opposite direction. But they're starting to catch on pretty quick. Alright, Huntington, you're going to get your own color. You're going to be black. So that I can quickly discard or quickly identify which town is which. Denton. Alright, I'm going to keep you on this spectrum. We're going to be the light color. I'm trying to make this as easy for me to see as possible because I am colorblind, as I have pointed out every now and then. The color blindness, in case you're wondering, it does not mean I see no colors, but it means that it's more difficult for me to distinguish 2 different colors. For example, these 2, they're very close together for me. If you'd have one line running that color and one line running that color in the same town, I could not tell you which is which, simply because the difference between those 2 lines is going to be too small. Look at that. Huntington has more people than we can transport. Are my train lines profitable by any chance? No, they're not. Alright, time to add some more trains. I'm quickly gonna stock up on a few of these because very quickly they're gonna be out of fashion. They're gonna be built until 1976. After that, the cheapest one is gonna be about 3 times as expensive. And that's just counting diesel. We still have the option of going steam engine, but that is just ridiculously expensive. So I'm going to get another one of these. I'm going to add 2 coaches to it and get a bigger loan. That's the Patterson line. Yep, there's more than enough people on there. Let's have these guys drop off. Oh, crap, I forgot one thing. Doubling up on the lines. Because if I don't do that now, we're going to run into all sorts of trouble. And these trains are never going to run. And that would be such a shame, because I think I can turn these lines into a nice cash cow. Are you going to wait there? Let's build a couple of sections, so that these trains don't have to wait until one of them reaches the other side. You're gonna wait until another train is passed. And the last section, wait. The game figured out what I want. And considering this is the way onto the depot, set up a slight split over there, and now I can have trains going back to the depot if they want to. And for this train, I want to. Because I want to add another transport capability to that. This one just exited the depot. Capacity 36, costing me 500,000 a year. There's 35 people waiting. This is always the investment phase. Get more stuff. Alright, passenger, get another streamlined coach, and continue on your route. Right. It's full. Train 5. Gainesville to Patterson, 36 people on. And there's another 25 waiting there. Let's follow this train and see what it does. See if it's making me any money yet. I think that Gainesville-Patterson is going to be the first one that's transporting the most passengers. Alright, so you're costing me 500k a year. You just made me 119. Yeah, you're going to be running positive. Okay, let's see. Holy crap. We're going to have to double up on multiple trains. You. Depot. Seeing as you just came by. Right. Now that you're here, you're going to get another streamlined coach. And you're going to continue back on your line. In the meanwhile, let's double up on these lines before I start to run additional trains on them. The road is... No, the road's not going to give me issues. Well, that's unusual. Ah, there it is. Now the road's giving me issues. This is how I know transport fever. Ah, you and your roads. Really? You're gonna be like that? Connect. So I deleted a segment where there was a train running. Oh well. Carry on. What do you mean duplicate segment? Come on. And this seems like a nice time to rejoin these lines like that. Okay. So, we're running on the right side. That means that we need to connect these and these. You're already going towards the right section. Oh, come on. There we go. There. Now I can feed trains onto the ongoing part, so onto the right side, or if they're coming home, they can immediately drop off into the depot. It's a bit of a future precaution to make sure that I can add additional trains quickly, should I need to. And I wouldn't be surprised if I am going to need to do just that on these lines, because it looks like they are going to be quite profitable. There. He's happy to get underway again. Apparently, this particular industry does not even seem to care that it's not connected to the main road, which I think is interesting. Here, get connected. Nope, it just did not care. Okay, good for you. What do we have here? That's the Gainesville, that's one of the larger ones. How's the capacity doing? 32% usage, that's not bad. 31. And Huntington Patterson already has 22 people waiting. How is the line doing for profitability? That's Denton, it's minus 491. The other one is making a little bit of money, although not too much. A lot of people over here in Patterson. Sorry, Huntington. Yep, enough to fill up the whole train. And probably this one, same deal. Enough to fill up the whole train. Yep, 48 people waiting there. Alright, doubling up. And I gotta be quick about that before the game starts to build all over the place, which it already seems to be quite happy to be doing. What do you mean too much slope? That never used to be an issue. Fine. Fix your precious road in a minute. Railroads first, roads later. I hope that the depot does not get in the way. Really? You're gonna fight me again? Okay. And we're out of cash. Alright, there. Split this one. Connect it up. Alright, roads. Not the most idealistic route I've ever set up, but it works. There you go. Alright, next up. Signaling. And you're gonna stop right about there. 63 people waiting? We're gonna need a lot more trains. I'm gonna add another 2 here. Like that. You, go back home. You're gonna have another section get added. Because there's plenty of people waiting here. Far more than we can transport, even with 2 trains. Alright, passengers streamlined. These things are pretty much on top of each other, but they're going to split themselves out eventually. Yeah, so that didn't work out as well as I'd hoped. Just needs to continue a little bit more. There we go, now it has enough room. Okay, that one's full. This one does not quite have enough people to get full, but it'll get there quickly. You're still running on empty, or half capacity. You're also doing half capacity. I was hoping that we're going to be seeing a little bit more usage soon. Because right now these train lines, they're not all costing me a ton of money. But Gainesville-Patterson is. Alright, this one just made 131. Running cost 555. That'll be fine. A lot of people waiting for the Patterson tram. I think we're not feeding the station fast enough. Let's fix that. Trams. Alright, so you're going clockwise? Yeah, you're going clockwise. Okay, so you're going counterclockwise. Yep. Alright, Patterson. Tram counterclockwise. Oh, no, I suddenly wrote it with double T. Single T is enough. Alright, counterclockwise, Patterson tram. And considering how many people there is waiting on most of these stops, I think we can double up. At least on the clockwise line. How are we doing here? Gainesville does not have a lot of use coming out of its tram just yet. It is making a very modest profit though. Gainesville-Denton just made a tiny profit. Okay, you don't need a double up yet. How about Huntington? Another 86. See, it's getting there. 160, 220, 203, 113. We're only in July, so we're halfway through the year. These towns just need to continue to grow. That's the main issue here. This one has already gained another, well, more than 100 people for its population. And this looks like 2 full trains. Good thing that we have a train coming in. Yep, all full. Excellent. Now we still have not doubled up on this line. Plenty of people waiting. It's getting filled up nicely. I think that the problem right now is that I simply do not have enough people using these trains yet. Because the engine is also going to cost me money consistently each year. Which one is it? The diesel engine. 182. And then it's going to cost me another 186. Yeah, I need more people to transport. These trains may need to be longer for them to be more profitable. But I'm not going to do that just yet. Still, I want to continue to run with 2 trains. Because this is a way that you can ensure that people are going to continue to use the train. Otherwise, they might stop doing that. And if they stop using the trains, then the one train that is going to continue to run on these lines is going to be less effective, less profitable. Alright, I'm going to touch anything this year. Let's see how we do in 1975. I'm not going to buy anything. $66 is still not enough. This one is full. Is it going to be full on the way out? Yes, it is. I like that. It struggled to make a profit last year. Let's see if it can do any better this year. There's its counterpart, 26 people. It's not going to be filling up fast enough in Huntington Beach. There are more people waiting there. We already have 2 trams. Yeah, we should have enough capacity here. At least tram-wise. Alright, we're in May 1975. Minus 1.47 million. 1.6, 160. We need more. That's another nice full train. Lots and lots of people waiting to go to Gainesville. Look at that. And that's while we have 2 trains running here. And Gainesville-Denton is also filling up, but that's because we only have 1 train there. Just this one, with a capacity of 18. These people are going to be, well, quite literally in-game, waiting for years before they can get to where they need to go. Okay, where's your home? Over there. Where's your shop? Over there. And your work is over there. Alright. So he's to just go back and forth. How about you people?
Huh? Hey.
Garrett. Patterson, Gainesville, Patterson. Oh, you go to 3 different locations. Mr. Brown. This one's going singular Patterson. That's easy. Patterson, Gainesville, Gainesville. Okay. October 1975. Minus 1.8. 1.83. 77, 62. So we're not doing terrible. 160. 146. Just the December month left. December 15th. 20. Minus 146, 133. Come on. That's it, 133. 132. Now at this point I don't believe I can buy these cheap things anymore. No. So everything that I buy now is going to be more expensive. About 3 times as expensive, at least engine-wise. Yeah, that could be a problem later on. Alright, well this is where I'm going to leave it for the first episode. Let me know what your thoughts are down below in the comments, and I'll see you next week for the next episode of this Transport Fever series.